Hello friends, today we are starting the video on solid waste pollution. I am Dr. D.D. Sawant from J.A.T Arts, Science and Commerce College for Women, Malegaon Dist-Nashik. So to manage the solid waste, the pollution which is being arising, so for that what precautions can be taken? So we will start this lecture as the solid waste. So management of solid waste involves collection of waste substances and their disposal through dumping in suitable dump sites and their incineration. There are quick and efficient automatic machines for the collection and disposal of solid waste substances in the developed countries, but rapidly increasing quantities of solid waste are dangerous signs of environmental problems in near future. The dump sites in the western world are generally lakes, underground pits, and seawater. Disposal of solid waste from various sources has created ecological problems in the littoral areas because of deaths of marine organisms, including fishes and corals. So here the processing and beneficial use of the various products, those are: number one is a processing reduces the volume of material to be landfilled and can create products such as fuel oils and steam for electricity generation. Secondly, when we are observing, that is a beneficial use means the reuse of solid waste as suitable for raw materials in manufacturing as construction material or fuel as a fuel or as an agronomic soil amendment. So there is no proper arrangement for the collection and disposal of domestic waste and sewage in the rural areas of India, and hence these substances spread on the ground within the villages and outside the villages. So, the collection and disposal of solid waste and domestic sewage is yet another serious problem in the small towns of the country. Dumps of domestic garbages remain at their places for several days and thus pollute the environment by foul smell and releasing harmful gases. So, for that, collection of municipal waste is the first step in the management of solid waste pollution. In Indian cities and towns, domestic solid waste substances are generally thrown by the resident in specially enclosed machinery structures on roadsides, on the roads, in the corners of the buildings, behind the boundary walls, etc. Even the residents of flats in multi storied buildings throw their domestic waste downward, which come and missiles on the ground while dust and ashes spread in the air. These heaps of municipal garbages are further spread by stray cattle, pigs, rats, rodents, and poor people who collect some reusable items such as iron and aluminum junks, papers, plastics, etc. These heaps of solid waste are then collected by municipal personnel and are carried by trucks and lorries to dump sites. The collection and clearance of municipal waste from various collection sites in the cities are seldom performed regularly in most of the Indian cities. It is thus desired that the frequency of waste collection should be increased and properly maintained. The solid waste should be collected by municipal personnel at least twice a day from the market and business areas, mainly from fruit and vegetable markets, and at least once a day from residential localities. The same norm should be applied for the clearance of domestic waste in the small towns also. So, as we are discussing on this solid waste, compost. Compositing is nature's way of recycling organics. So, recycle can be done. So, for that, when you compost, you convert vegetable scraps, leaves, grass, clippings, and other materials into a nutrient-rich soil material. Nextly, you can use finished compost in your gardens and around shrubs or other plants to help them grow. Compositing also reduces the amount of materials that need to be disposed of, reducing those related costs. So, this is the manure, fertile soil which is being composed, uh, which is shown in this diagram. So, for recycling, the step of management of solid waste pollution is the proper and scientific methods of disposal of solid waste. Garbage disposal involves number one, that is a sorting of waste substances. Secondly, dumping of non-combustible substances into suitable dump sites. Number third, incineration of combustible substances. The solid waste are separated into following categories of substances. Those are number one is a composable organic matter. Secondly, the non combustible solid waste. And number third, that is a highly combustible waste. For example, if you see that paper, cardboards, plastics, rubbers, etc. Nextly, if we'll see that number 4 combustible waste, those are, for example, wood scrap, curtains, floor sweepings, etc. And lastly, if you see the number 5 is a animal and vegetable waste and reusable waste. So, as to recycle all such materials which are being as a recycled material, those are every day we use products made from recycled materials, and so what those products are. Take your glass, cans, newspapers, milk jugs, and other acceptable recyclable items to your local transfer station. Drop off location or place out for curbside collection so that they can be turned into new products like fleece jackets. Nextly, if we see that free squeeze paper products and soda cans can be recycled, and we can save the money, energy, and the environment also. So, near about 36 to 36.76% of the mains municipal lead waste are recycled in 2015. So, to reuse such a composable organic substances such as vegetable, plants, leaves, animals, and human waste, etc., which are biologically degradable, yeah, biodegradable substances. Means here should be composed either through open window composting method or through mechanical compositing method, and thus useful manures can be produced. So such type of recycle can be done, and hence the compositing may solve twin problems of India, that is proper disposal of solid waste and production of organic manure for increasing agricultural output. According to an estimate, a town with 1 lakh 100,000 peoples may produce 20,000 tons of garbage and 8,000 tons of night soils, which can be converted into 18,000 tons of compost, means here the organic manure per year. Non-combustible solid waste such as metals are dumped and compacted in garbage disposal sites such as landfills, defreeze grounds, or even in open wastelands. So, to reusing items can save energy and money and prolong the items useful, which will be for useful as a life. So, for that, extend the life of items you buy by reusing them. So, for that, the examples can be taken: reuse containers and jars, and donate still usable household goods and clothing to charity. So, what it reduces? Yeah, to waste minimization. The best way to deal with trash is to not have any. Reducing the amount of trash you have to throw out actually prevent waste from piling up in the first place. To reduce your waste, avoid unnecessary packaging and items designed to be used only once. Reduce the need for single use plastic bags by bringing your own bags when you shop and use a travel mug when you buy coffee. Choose also the durable, reusable, whatever the products to make less trash. Here the waste hierarchy, the diagram which is shown here, as the uh, land filling is there, volume reduction is there, composition is there, reuse and recycle is there, and such sources reductions can be done. So this is one of the very interesting one, that combustible substances may be burned, especially designed incinerators such as multiple hot furnaces, and so it can be treated. Yeah, treatment of solid waste wherein waste are broken down through the process of destructive distillation in an oxygen free atmosphere into gases like carbon dioxide, means the CO2, CO means the carbon monoxide, S2, C2H2, yeah, C2H4 and CH4, and into liquids like tar, light oil, water soluble distillate, and solid chair. Thus, burning of solid waste may solve the problems of their disposal, as well as many may yield energy for various uses. As a for that waste emplacement of, yeah, the material, yeah, treatment which can be done, uh, various uh, emplacements are there, as ocean dumping is there, landfill is there, emplacement of tailing and spoil and overburden is there, underground storage is there, junk disposal is there, oil well flooding can be done, deep well emplacement can be done, cooling water discharge is the process, municipal waste discharge including spray irrigation can be done, liquid effluent discharge, such type of projects can be implemented, stabilization and oxidation ponds, so here septic tanks can be constructed. So like this way, these are the various disposal of the solid waste, and hence the pollution can be reduced. So here this was the lecture. Thank you very much.